Pete Buttigieg went on to Fox News to talk to Republican and MAGA voters to break down two of Donald Trump's biggest lies, the lies he's relying on the most to gaslight his voters into turning out to vote for him. And that's one, that immigration is so much more chaotic under Joe Biden, and two, that Joe Biden has been reckless with crime, and we're seeing soaring high levels of crime that you didn't see under the Trump administration. Both of those lies are about to be completely shattered by Pete Buttigieg.
Let's get real. Border crossings are down in the wake of President Biden's executive actions that he took after Congress failed to act.
So he could have taken action.
He wanted Congress to resolve that because that would have been more durable. But when Trump came in, talked Republicans out of their own bipartisan project because he didn't want the issue to get better. Remember, the worse things are at the border, the better things get for Donald Trump. So he has a vested interest in it remaining chaotic down there. I think this also helps to explain why he didn't exactly conclusively solve it when it was his turn. But I saw something else really important happening at the Republican National Convention on the border and the talk about immigration, which we all recognize is a problem, which is they tried to paint this narrative that if you live somewhere far from the border and immigration hasn't affected you personally, you need to think that immigration is a driver of crime. That was the real message. Immigration leads to crime.
Well, there are blue state governors and mayors who say every state is a border state now. That's Democrats.
Yeah, and now they're saying, but what the false message of the RNC was that this is leading to an increase in crime.
Well,
and I think it's really important that we talk about crime.
Have been very high profile about people. If they had not been in this country illegally,
this is my
people
point,
would still
right?
be alive.
Trying to make people think that crime is up when crime is down under Joe Biden and crime was up under Donald Trump. Now, I don't know how often that gets reported on this network, so if you're watching this at home, do yourself a favor and look up the data.
Well, we invite that.
Great. So if you look this up at home, you will know that crime went down under Biden and crime went up under Trump, and I think the violent crime, for sure. So I think the really important thing to ask is, why would America want to go back to the higher crime that we experienced under Donald Trump?
If you watch the Republican National Convention, those two topics were all you heard about. Oh, the border is out of control. Nope, that's a lie. Illegal crossings down under President Biden. President Biden had to sign an executive order because Congress wouldn't pass a border security deal because Donald Trump told them not to, because Donald Trump benefits from the border being less secure, because he would then weaponize that into a political weapon against Democrats in November. Pete Buttigieg here, breaking it down. The other lie that we heard a lot from Donald Trump in his speeches and the RNC, crime is out of control. Nope, that's a lie. Nope, no, it's not. We are more safe today under President Biden. Whoops. Pete Buttigieg there saying, why would we go back? Which ties into Pete Buttigieg and Kamala Harris, because Kamala Harris has used the slogan, "We're not going back," during the first week of her campaign. Great slogan. Now, there are reports that Pete Buttigieg didn't even make the final three for Kamala's VP pick, unfortunately. Now, it's just reports. We don't know. But I love seeing Kamala and Pete work in tandem and in unison here because they're in sync and they would make a fierce team. But to be honest with you, Kamala and anybody would make a first team, a fierce team, in my opinion. Now, Pete Buttigieg wasn't done there breaking down the Republican lies. Here's him talking about Donald Trump's stance on abortion.
Most, whether we're talking about choice and her stance on defending a woman's right to choose versus Donald Trump, who eliminated a right to choose in this country.
Well, he sent it back to the states, to be fair.
Let's be very clear. He is proud of the fact that he demolished the national right to choose in this country, period.
But there are states that are figuring this out. I mean, there are some that are, it's nearly impossible, a 6-week ban or less. But there are others, there are states in this country that allow no restrictions up until the due date of a
There
child.
was a national right to choose in this country, law of the land, for 50 years, which the vast majority of Americans believed was the right thing to do. But Donald Trump made a promise when he was a candidate, one of the few promises he actually kept, by the way. You know, he didn't keep his promise of 6% economic growth. He didn't keep his promise to drain the swamp.
He did have a pandemic to deal with.
But even before the pandemic,
Even
before the pandemic, America went into a manufacturing recession, which really hurt places like where I come from in the industrial Midwest. But anyway, my point is, he broke his promise for that kind of economic growth. He broke his promise to pass an infrastructure bill, right? He said he would do that. He failed to do it. The Biden-Harris administration got it done. He even broke his promise to that January 6th mob when he said, I will be at your side when you march down to the Capitol. But he actually did keep two promises. He kept his promise to destroy the right to choose in this country, and he kept his promise on tax cuts for the rich. And if you want to know what a second Trump term would be like, I would start by looking at those rare promises that he actually managed to keep.
He did say that he wanted to get rid of Roe v. Wade, but again, send it to the states where they are hashing this out
empower the states to eliminate women's access to abortion. And also, as you know, the Republican Party continues to be interested in a national abortion ban.
Which he's disavowed completely.
Yeah, he's disavowed a lot of things. I don't believe him. Because he lies all the time.
You think that his pledge that he would not pass a national ban is one that...
It's one that's going to go down with most of the promises that he's made and broken.
Of course we don't believe the liar is Pete's message. I mean, what a way to end the segment. And I have to say, that Fox News journalist, reporter, interrupting Pete multiple times with these bogus lies. Back when they were talking about the border in the first clip, she's, oh, well, there's all these instances of these violent crimes. And Pete had to say, hey, look, I don't know if you know how statistics work, but that doesn't make us less safe. You can't just cherry pick individual crimes and go, oh, see, it's out of control. No, the statistics say that it is not. And then on abortion, oh, well, no, he disavowed the abortion ban. Oh, yeah, but he's also cozied up to all of these Republicans who want the abortion ban and disavowed an abortion ban. No, he's just said, oh, we'll just leave it up to the states. And, oh, if they want to ban abortion, oh, that's fine. And there is no way in hell that we can believe Donald Trump if he were to say, oh, a federal abortion ban? No way, not over my dead body. Which, of course, he hasn't said that, right? He has not been that clear about a federal abortion ban. He's just kind of tiptoed around it, which screams that of course he would capitulate to these far-right extremists and pass an abortion ban if he had the opportunity to. So Pete Buttigieg here, absolutely eviscerating Donald Trump, the MAGA, the Republicans, and their lies about abortion, about immigration, about crime. He just does such a fantastic job that whether or not he's the VP for Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg is going to be around and he's going to be doing this for decades to come. And hopefully, at one point, he'll be doing this from the White House. Let me know what your reflections are of Pete Buttigieg destroying Republicans' lies on Fox News. Be sure to like this video and share it with your friends so that you can bring them into the fold. We can hear their reflections, their perspective on what's going on, and subscribe to Reflect so that you get my future videos about Pete Buttigieg, about Kamala Harris, about the Orange Buffoon, about this election, about politics, delivered straight to you. Be sure to turn on those notifications too so that you know exactly when the videos are dropped, and also sign up to become a Reflect member so that you can get a chance to win monthly merch giveaways like this cool Conscious Collection tote bag that I'm giving away so that you can be stylish while you're packing your groceries or going to the beach or going to the lake, wherever you choose to relax and unwind. Thanks again for watching. My name is Brendan Plank with Reflect, and I will see you in the next video.